Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. We do have any listening. Keithy Broom here live on a Monday night. It is number 27 for us today, and it is your lucky day. I'm the only one on. The reason being that my offsider, Paul Weeks, who is normally with me on a Monday night, every Monday night, is caught in a violent storm on the Gold Coast, south of Brisbane, by about an hour. He rang me about 30 minutes ago. He said, we can't get home. The streets are covered in water. The winds are extremely high, and it's one of those really dangerous storms. And I've just checked the radar, and it may, in fact, be heading my way. So the clouds are looking ominous outside. So if I do lose connection, you'll know what the story is, that it's actually due to the storms heading our way. Now there is a storm heading our way on Wednesday night, but it's a very good storm. It's a storm full of energy for all us Swiss Gold Global members, and that is exactly what we all are been sort of hanging out for, I guess, for a number of months, and that's specifically our Bitcoin mining contracts going live on the 28th of February. Now, I want to people who are watching, there's a few watching now. If you do have any questions, please, if you're watching, just post them in the chat group there for anything that you've got in mind, whether it be about the contracts, all the different aspects of our business. I'll try and answer them. And I also want to go through a couple of parts of the email that I received this morning. It's about 1 a.m. my time, so it's 1900. So it's about 18 hours ago. Noticed a number of people here in Australia didn't receive the email. So I want to just quickly go over a couple of key points in that email. And if you are watching, just leave a message, whether yes or no, that you received the company email. And in fact, if you can put a comment in, whether you in fact have been receiving regular company emails. Because if you go to your back office, which I'll quickly do now, Bill and Claudia do 2 presentations a week on average. And I get an email prior to each one of those presentations going live for me, to give me the opportunity to register for that hangout that they do. So I get an email from Swiss Gold Global at least twice a week directly from the company. And it's a little bit untoward that a few people aren't getting emails at all. And I put that word out today, and a number of people came back to me and said, no, we don't get any emails. So, for example, join Bill Rowell on the 28th of February, which is Wednesday, for my time at 7 a.m. So I got an email inviting me to register for that hangout. Then there's another one's just gone up in the last few hours for Sunday, the 4th of March, to join Bill Rowell again, because he does 2 a week. You know, this is the owner of our business, doing 2 live hangouts a week with Claudia. She's in Panama, he's in Switzerland. It's just incredible what they do for this business. But I get an email for each one of those. So I'll be interested to see in the chat here, Tomo, you didn't. Yes, and do get the, so Doug, good on you, Doug, thank you. Yes, you do get the emails, and Tomo, you don't. So I would suggest, if you're not getting emails, that you need to go into your email settings. Now, some people who use Gmail, for example, was brought to my attention that when you first open a Gmail account, it has mail, social, and one other group. So there's actually 3 areas where emails can be delivered. Depending how Gmail tries to understand what the particular email is for, we'll put it into one of 3 sections. You can go into settings, and where it says inboxes, mailboxes, you can get rid of the social and the other one, just have them all come together. That's one way. You can do that quite quickly in about 5 seconds. You can also, inside your email account, go to the search bar and type in Swiss Gold Global to make sure that you're receiving them, they may go to a different area that you're not quite sure of. Obviously, if you haven't received, we all should be getting the first one, which is our username and password delivered to us via email. So that would be the first one we get. There'd be a bit of a problem if we didn't get that, because we wouldn't be able to continue and register. So then go to your spam or your junk mail and make sure that the continuing amount of Swiss Gold Global emails aren't going into those two areas. Because as I said, a lot of people, it looks like about 1 in 2 of the people I've spoken to today aren't getting the emails for some reason. Now, if you can check out all of those options, junk mail, spam, 3 different areas, primary, social, and there's one other one with Gmail, with Yahoo or whatever, who are you with, there might be different sections where they put. If that doesn't come up with any information, then put a support ticket in. But first off, go to your account and you go to My Subscriptions in your back office, and then you go to My Profile, and then just check that the information you have there, like email is ttbroom@gmail.com for me, which is correct. So just double check that Swiss Gold Global has exactly the right email address. It's not ttbroom@gmail.com if I've made a mistake putting in gmail.com. So that's correct. So just do that, folks. No more questions there. Okay, great. Now, you folks watching, you got any questions, please fire away. I'm very, very excited. It's Monday night here for me, 7:10 nearly. It's Monday morning for people in Europe. Wednesday is the big day for us for all these pre-sale Bitcoin mining contracts that we've been purchasing over the last few months. Now, I think they started, correct me if I'm wrong, someone in the chat group. G'day, Linda. I think they came around about October, they started selling. So I'll just read you a quick excerpt. Now, the first paragraph really says it all. If the email, you haven't read it, if you haven't got it, okay? Hello, Swiss Gold Global colleagues. Notice the word colleagues. We're all part of this business together. Hooray. it's true, H-O-O-R-A-Y, hooray. As the end of February approaches, we're all anxious for the Bitcoin mining contracts to go live, commencing February the 28th and March the 15th. Now, there is a time in between there. Bill Rao, CEO and founder, an executive team have recently met with Genesis Mining executives, Dr. Marco Krohn and founder, co-founder, Philip Salter, consulting operations. Marco Krohn was the co-founder, and Philip Salter is the consulting operations manager. Now, they met in Munich last week, or the week before last, either one. The meetings were exceptionally positive, with confirmations that the Bitcoin mining hash power deployment is on schedule, and overall expansion is on schedule. So there's the first bit. All the pre-sale contracts are on schedule for the 28th onwards, which is sensational. And overall expansion for 2018 is very positive. And here's a key little couple of words for both groups. Both groups, us, Swiss Gold Global, and Genesis Mining. Now, what does that mean? If you just haven't watched one of our hangouts on a Monday night, number 27, don't know where you've been, your upline should be telling you to get organised and get on. But I never got any junk mail from. No, of course not, Doug, because you put your correct email address in. The relationship that Bill Rao has with Genesis Mining is probably one. I've been online for 3.5 years. I don't know how many, gives a bit of feedback how long you folks have been online watching. But 3.5 years, I've never seen a relationship with a company in the form of Swiss Gold Global, which is 10 years old next month on approximately the 15th, about 3 weeks from now, partnered with a $1 billion company, Genesis Mining, who've been in operation for 5 years. The combination of the two together, with Bill being an astute, financially well-organised, well-funded business owner, and Genesis Mining with 3 co-founders, in extremely financial strong position, $1 billion turnover last year, 100 million the year before, with massive operations. In this email, there's a link to that 10-minute video where Dr. Marco Strain is at the new Swedish facility. It is massive. This is one of their many, many facilities going on. Plus, there is something coming up with Swiss Gold Global and Genesis Mining we'll go into March in a couple of days, March, April, May, June. Within 5 months, I'd say 5 to 6 months, there'll be a massive announcement between us and Genesis Mining, which will blow people's socks off, which will be absolutely unbelievable. That's why I get so excited when I'm talking about this company, because I see so many people around me. I know there's a lot of people watching. They're involved in different businesses. Now, I've been online for 3.5 years, probably come out into 4 years now, and certainly learnt my lesson in the first year, joined many programs and got burnt. Probably didn't waste too much money. I come from my parents are both conservative. They don't throw money away, and that's sort of instilled into me. So I've never put in more than $200, $300, $400 into any program really to see it start. And I learned early on from a mentor of mine that never, ever join a business that is less than 6 months old. Never, ever join a business that is less than 6 months old. And if you do happen to go into a business that you know is less than 6 months old, that you might just put $100 in to test it, knowing full well that you're just throwing that money in to possibly lose it immediately. So it took me personally, I've been in 9.5 months this week with Swiss Gold Global. And it took me 4 months prior to that to get involved. And I knew the company was 8 years old at that stage, or 9 years old. And I knew their partnership with Genesis Mining. I did some due diligence with Genesis Mining, but I also had a friend of mine who got involved with Genesis Mining over 2 years ago. If I had known that information then, I would have been living the life of cryptocurrency luxury now. Because this person I know started buying mining contracts over 2 years ago, and has an extremely large amount of hash power in contracts. So some people have been involved in this mining operation business, excuse me, for a number of years. G'day, Connie from the Netherlands. G'day, how you going? Now, if anyone's got any questions, it's a Q&A tonight because I'm on my own. So I have messaged Bill. He was, we did have him on last week, but I don't know, not sure where he is. He is on, looks like he's live a little while. I've sent him a link so he can jump on, but doubtful. My friend Paul, who's normally on, he's not here today because he's caught in a massive thunderstorm on the Gold Coast. So he's seeking shelter under a bridge somewhere to get out of the hail and high winds. So if you've got any questions, please fire away rather than listen to me ramble on. I don't want to go too long. It's about 13 minutes. Don't want to go too long tonight. Otherwise, I'll lose my train of thought because getting a bit too old. So, you know, there are some people who have been involved in mining, obviously from 2009, and got involved in Bitcoin itself. But the people who got involved in mining and had their own rigs back then would be absolutely laughing. But the majority of people really have only come on board in the last 18 months to 2 years from my perspective that I've run into. And especially in the last 12 months, the excitement level has just gone to a new stratospheric level of excitement for people not really knowing what it is, but wanting to get involved. And that happens to a lot of businesses, that people hear from friends or colleagues or contact or groups that they're in about a specific project and get a basic idea about it and just want to throw money at it without really knowing what it's all about. And I know that's happened with a number of people in Swiss Gold Global and Genesis Mining. People want to get involved and they ask me in the team that I'm in, well, how does actually mining work? How do we get our rewards? How do we get paid? But they've already joined the business. They just jumped in and put $200 in or $300 and bought some contracts without really knowing what they're getting involved in. And a lot of people do that. They get caught up in the excitement and persuaded or enthused to join a program. So you've really got to, in this day and age, we all are having the same idea. We want to make an income from working online, which means working online is this, a mouse. Now, using a mouse to make money is, in theory, what we're doing is very, very easy. It is so easy. In our case, once we buy Bitcoin mining contracts, Ethereum, Zcash, Monero, which are available at the moment, we don't do anything. We don't have to do anything. We get paid every day. I'm getting an email from my provider, CoinJar in Australia, every day, and I do nothing. This is the best opportunity I've ever found in my 59 years of being on this planet, 60 in a couple of months. I'll be a very, very happy 60-year-old because I'll be fit with no stress or strain of worrying about where I have to find the next dollar. I'm earning them while I'm asleep. There are many opportunities using a mouse, but you've got to be very, very careful. The good thing is that most people in our business have come from a background or currently in a background where they're in a bricks and mortar business, where they're actually working for a company in a job, or working for themselves in a physical business, and they're using the internet to try and supplement or add to or take over their current situation. So you have to be not in a rush, I guess, at the term. Party time, Keith. Yeah, party time. Yeah, you're invited to my 60th, Linda. I'll be on the Gold Coast because I'm moving down there in a few months. What a party that's going to be. But I've done this slowly over the last 3.5, nearly 4. I've done it very slowly. I haven't been in a rush to get where I am. Now, Bill Rowell has not been in a rush. He's built his business, Swiss Gold Global, over 10 years, slowly but surely, steadily, had ups and downs, but it's kept going. Claudia is our #1 affiliate. The strength of the woman is phenomenal. And oh my God, I sent the link out to the world, and look who's responded. The owner of the company, Bill Rowell. Good morning to you, Bill. I guess it's that time for you. How are you going?
Hey, Keithy, I saw the link come in. I've got a few minutes before I go downstairs to a meeting, so I thought I would jump in. How are things?
Sensational, mate. This is great because just say hello to everyone. We've got a few people watching.
Well, welcome to everyone to Keithy Broom's webcast each Monday night, live from the beautiful Gold Coast. I'm right now in Zurich, actually, and it was -8 degrees yesterday. I haven't been outside now, but the sunshine is absolutely remarkable today. I'm in a hotel room, of course.
All right, yeah.
But this is what I love, this beautiful sunshine, but it's cold out there. Now, I'm just going to go down, do a gold delivery at Cloton, so at Loomis, so that's why I'm here in Zurich today.
Say that again, you're doing a gold delivery, physical gold delivery.
Yeah, we get clients wanting to personally collect their precious metals, so that's what we're arranging today.
Sensational, mate. On the ground delivering gold in an armoured van or unmarked vehicle?
Well, I could tell you a few stories, but primarily it comes from Loomis direct. Loomis is an international company, a publicly listed company on the stock exchange. It's owned by a Swedish firm now, and they have an office here in Cloton. They've got offices all around the world. And so it will be released from their security vaults, which I have to approve, of course. That's why I'm here. And I'm handing it straight over to the owner, but he can't go in, or they can't go in. It's because it's assigned to us, and we can sign it over to them. So yeah, nice and easy.
Awesome. Well, now Paul's normally on, but because I'm in Brisbane, he's on the Gold Coast. He's caught in a massive electrical storm down there. Thunderstorms come through. He's had to shelter off the side of the road. He couldn't see 5 meters in front of him, so he rang me and pulled over. So I was just doing a solo Q&A. So fantastic that you've jumped on. Now, Connie in the Netherlands has just got one question. Do you know if there will be any repurchase option for contracts? Obviously, with the BTC in particular, I think she means when they go live on the 28th. We haven't really had any notification from Genesis as yet about the other petahash that's in the mining farm there, whether they'll have contracts we can buy straight away which will go live, or they might make it another month for a pre-sale. Any word out yet, Bill?
Yeah, it's a great question, actually. Listen, primarily the situation is this: the demand for what we have is exceptionally high. I mean, Genesis aren't even selling contracts to their own members.
Yeah.
So I think the culture where we are right now is that having contracts going directly live may be a bit of a thing of the past, primarily because the demand is so massive, and to build out a mining farm to keep up with that particular demand is always a huge lag in time. Now, as many of our members know, that we're moving forward with a joint venture with Genesis Mining to build our own mine in conjunction with them in a specific part of the world. But this isn't going to be an overnight job. This is really a 9-month project. Just imagine building a house or something, or a business. It takes time. So while they are expanding in various parts of the world as we speak, that expansion is probably absorbed by most of the pre-sale contracts that have gone. Now, if we go back, primarily, I would say in 6 to 9 months, it wasn't really an issue. But then they had exponential growth in demand for their products, because let's face it, the Bitcoin, the contracts you're making, probably 2 to 3 times your money in the first 12 months. So you can imagine what how that helped the market expand. It was actually massive. And the same with us, of course. So that's the challenge. So to answer the question, I don't see it going live, live contracts going live automatically, probably for quite some time.
All right, mate. Well, that's all right, because
But you have them right now. You have contracts available right now, and they're going to go live in a couple of weeks. So if you're in turn, you want to be getting onto them, because supply is limited. Hence, that's why we do have them, of course, limited to 1 terahash, which is, I know it's a frustration for the customers, and 5 terahash for our affiliates, which is also a frustration, because people like to, of course, buy much more than that. And just on that particular note, Pithy, I think there's someone in one of your groups, actually, from Australia, has been buying 1 terahash packages, and what they've been doing is a bank wire for each 1 terahash package. They've been sending $179 bank wire, and another $179 bank wire. Maybe there's 10 or 15 of these transactions. Now that's causing unnecessary cost to them.
Yeah.
In bank wire fees. So what they can do, and what you can tip the people, is they could just do it if they want to buy multiple 1 terahash packages or multiple 5 terahash packages. Go into your back office, do an order for a 1 or a 5-er, click get your bank wire reference number, but instead of transferring $179 or $845, send $1,000 or $2,000 or $500, whatever the amount might be. We'll credit that full amount to your e-wallet. Therefore, it's 1 bank transfer. It's going to if you save them a lot of money in fees, and it means that at your own will you can draw down on that balance on your e-wallet.
Fantastic. That's very, very good information, Bill. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, a lot of people, they're not quite sure how to use those options, the bank wire, the credit card, which is 5% per transaction, and the Bitcoin option, which is 1.7%. But that's through Bitcoin Pay, isn't it? And then maybe a local wallet would charge you additional fees as well. Would that be right?
No, 1.7% is the fee that's charged. There shouldn't be any. I mean, they might charge the transaction fee to push out, maybe charge. But if you're doing it from a Trezor or something, from a hard wallet, it's very, very, very low in fees, Keithy. I mean, transferring from an e-wallet is 0 fee. That's a great thing about it. But if you can do a bank wire transfer, that's 1-time fee, and then you can do multiple transactions from your e-wallet, there's 0 fee. But I've got about 4 minutes, Keithy, because I've got to go to this meeting downstairs. I can't be late for this one.
No, all good.
You normally keep me a bit longer, I know.
Yeah. Well, I'll use those 2 or 3 minutes that I've got. in that email that went out, some members aren't getting the emails. So any sort of idea why that may be? Would that be a back office issue that they haven't got the right email there, or some members aren't getting our company emails?
Oh, that's a good question. I have no idea. Technical, but what I'll do is I'll take note of it. I'll reach out to our IT team. But
Yeah.
people who are not actually getting the newsletters, have them send the ticket, very brief ticket in the heading, not receiving SG updates, and maybe they've got to re-inject the email into the data.
Yeah. Okay, mate. Seems as though you're dropping out. Yeah. One last question. You went to the Swedish farm in maybe a minute. Could you give us a rundown of what the Swedish mining farm looks like?
Well, feeds from Genesis. There's actually a video link there that shows you the video farm. And that video link is actually done from one of the founders of Genesis called Marco Streng. Now, we went there. It was damn cold. I stepped out of the hotel and ended up on my butt straight away, slipping on the ice. That was a good start to the day. And I'm no penguin, Keithy. Not used to this cold weather, mate. Anyway, the farm is, I mean, I've been to Iceland, as you know, and visited their farm, inspected their farm, which was absolutely dynamic. You know, the venue in Sweden is just another dimension. I mean, they've taken all their years' experience, and this is really their dream one. Everything's customized. The chips are customized. The rigs are customized. Everything, the airflows, everything it's really customized, and it's quite a remarkable. It's humongous, the size of the place. But we went there, and I took one of our engineers from our company, who's going to be heading up the joint venture with me regarding managing our own mining farm. So part of the Genesis meeting that we had with them, we had a meeting with them. We went and visited the Swedish mining farm. Then we had another meeting with them after that, just as a debriefing. So we know what we have to look for to get this, you know, the ball rolling in one sense. So that's, and we, as of tomorrow, we're starting to look at. I'm not looking at, but this particular person I took with me is looking at quite some remarkable venues in certain parts of the world that we can actually potentially build a joint venture mining farm together. So that's where we're sort of heading.
Have you just given us a bit of inside information there, Bill, about what's coming up for members to really, really get excited about in the second half of
this won't, I don't want this all over social media, even though it already is, because I'm speaking about it here right now.
Yeah.
But in one sense, it's okay, because I mean, I'm pretty transparent about what goes on with Genesis, but we have a lot to do. It's a massive project, tens upon tens of millions of dollars of investment capital. So, you know, we've got jurisdictional issues to deal with, you know, to make sure we're approved regulatory-wise in that particular region of the world. We've got to have sustainable electricity. It's a massive size farm. Even on the first size, it's going to be then we're going to be able to scale it up 3 or 4 times. But even on the first size, it's quite massive in one sense. So it's going to be very exciting for us and our members. But this, you know, as I said, this is going to be, if we pull it off, if we complete it, have it all going by the end of 2018, I think we've done very well, because the year's going very fast. I mean, March is next week, so March is this week, I think. Yeah, so it's incredible. But I'm going to have to rock and roll, Keithy.
Yep. Awesome, Bill.
I've got to go to this meeting, but really nice catching up with you, and thank you for all that you do and all the members on the call, and hopefully be on the call tomorrow night anyway for Swiss Gold Global. Okay, all the best.
Good on you, Bill. Thanks very much, mate. Take it easy. Good on you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, mate. Well, there you have it, folks. That's unreal. That's unbelievable. Did you get that? Just give us a message in the chat box there. There's quite a few of you watching. You've just heard the owner give you a bit of an inside scoop of what's happening to our business in the latter half of 2018. As Bill said, it's 26 today. There's 2 days to go. Wednesday is the 28th, and then Thursday is March. Now, what he's just said then, I don't know if you sort of really took that into consideration, what he said about a joint venture with Genesis Mining. If I can read that right, that Bill Rowell has just said that we're going into a joint venture of a mining farm with Genesis Mining and Swiss Gold Global to be up and running by the end of 2018. That is mind-blowing. To me, that caps the decade off, folks. That caps the decade off, let alone 2018. And I was just talking about, talking about our relationship we're a multi-million-dollar company, Swiss Gold Global, to be involved in a billion-dollar company with Genesis Mining. And then the owner of our company saying, well, by the way, we're involved in a joint venture to build a mining farm. It'll be up and running by the end of this year, which will be a massive mining farm, he said, which will be able to expand it 3 or 4 times. So forget about 10 years with Swiss Gold Global. Forget about 10 years. Let's start thinking 20 years. So when you speak to people from now on, from today on, you can speak with so much energy and excitement and just true enthusiasm about the company you've joined, Swiss Gold Global. And the owner, you've just heard it from the owner. Now, he's got a massive team of people. He went to the Swedish miner farm with some of his executive team. Now, Bill, to his credit, likes to keep things under the radar. He doesn't like too much social media. He said, my job is to run Swiss Gold Global as efficiently as possible and have all payments and everything to our members go out. He's even in Zurich today, that's where he was, in a hotel room, going to do a physical gold delivery to one of his hundreds of thousands of gold customers. Because Bill's been doing this for 10 years, folks. Just look around the other businesses you see online right now, today. How long have they been around? How often does the owner of the business stand up and tell you what's going on, or give you projections of the partnerships that they got coming up in detail and tell you what he's doing on a daily basis? I'm in Zurich, I'm doing a gold delivery to one of our customers by one of our intermediaries. This is like a movie. This is not real life in most people's thought process. This is like a movie, but the great thing is it's a documentary movie. It is reality. We are part of a real company, building generational wealth. And we've got a great owner who's leading the way, along with Claudia Eifert, who's superb as our #1 leader. We've got Prem Jahal, another fantastic. We've got multiple leaders in all countries on the same page. And in 2 days' time, on the 28th of February, Jesus, 28th of February, our contracts start going live, which will mean an increase in income for a lot of you folks out there, which would be very, very, very exciting. Not a 3-day week. Bill is awesome. No, he works 7 days. He's always on the go. He's doing a live hangout twice a week. And that's when you go into your back office and you see the link. If we go, I'm just in my back office now, and you see the link. The first thing you see when you log in is on the home page, the Hangouts coming out, your live webcasts. Go to event page. Just go to those web pages and sign up. First name, last name, and your email address, and you'll get an email notification so you can go in and watch it at your leisure. Now, some of them are recorded, not all of them are. I've got to work out with Claudia how we can get all these recorded so people can watch them. Because Bill does a business presentation, then they've got hundreds of people on the calls from all around the world. They do a Q&A as well, a live Q&A from the owner twice a week. Phenomenal. All right, any more questions before we go? It's 35 minutes. I've fallen on you fall on your backside, Linda, in Sweden on the ice. We've all done that. This is very, very exciting, folks. For Bill to I just sent him a random message because I saw it on Facebook. He's seen it. He's jumped on to the call tonight and made it one to remember. This is awesome. Number 27, remember this hangout that Bill Rowell came on and gave us an insight of what's going to happen in 2018. So if you've got any doubts, they're erased now. They're finished. They're over. You're in the right place at the right time. Swiss Gold Global. Other companies around us in this industry are failing or not communicating with their members, or charging you too much, or not giving you enough rewards for the money you buy for your contracts and your mining contracts that you put in. Some companies are not running as efficiently as Genesis Mining, who pride themselves on being an efficient company. So we have struck gold, Swiss Gold, as far as our relationship. First with gold and silver, and Arga Horias, the #1 gold refiner in the world, Swiss gold refiner, and Genesis Mining, the German cloud mining #1 company outside of China. We struck gold with both of those. Bill has, in a very, very smart move as the owner of the business, involved with gold and silver. And if you're wondering what that is at the back, that's it's a little gecko. I don't have any moths or flies in my house. There's a family of geckos. That's probably Daddy. He's got some little ones running around. There's a family of about 7. They just hang on the walls there. If you're wondering what that is, it's alive, but I don't have any flies or mozzies or anything like that. It's awesome. So, yeah, to finish off, we are in the right place at the right time. What a great opportunity that Bill to jump on. Now, if you want one of these banners, on the back office, there's 3 other banners. You can download the file. I'll have to get the file off Bill or Claudia, because they gave this to me when they were in Brisbane in August. So a few people asked me how to get that banner. So you can do little coffee meetings. And that's what you should be doing, just little coffee meetings. Talk to 2 or 3 or 4 people and steadily, generically grow the business. And that's what Bill said. Now, just to cover off very quickly, to finish off, if you've just joined, and g'day to the people who just joined, and you're on this call or you're watching the replay, or post this link on your timeline and say, listen, I'll join this company. It's 10 years old, and this is basically how it works. You join as a free customer. It doesn't cost you anything. Join as a free customer. You sign up. You put the driver's license. You download your details. That gets converted into a 2-page document, which is emailed to you. You print that off. You sign and date it. You take a photo with your phone, or you scan it, whatever you want to do. Upload it back to Swiss Gold Global, and you become a free customer. Then you can buy gold and silver at $25 lots US. They'll keep that in their vaults in Switzerland or in Dubai. Or you can buy Bitcoin or altcoin mining contracts from as little as $35.80 for the Bitcoin mining ones pre-sale, which go live in 2 days, and there are some available. I'll just double check there. I'll just go to my crypto, which is my favorite button on the website. I'm pretty sure it'll be your favorite button as well. Go to my crypto, and I'll just go immediately just to see if they are available, because Bill said there's a few left, which is incredible. I don't know what's going to happen after the 28th, but buy hash power, increase your hash power now. There it is. We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zcash, and Monero. Bitcoin pre-sale, Ethereum go live 30th of April. Zcash go live 30th of April, so you can buy those. Ethereum, $37. Zcash, $47.99. And Monero go live straight away. They're $49.99, but I'll go back to the Bitcoin ones and just click on there. And I'm an affiliate, so I can buy 5 terahash if I want to, $845 US. If you're just a free customer, you can buy 1 terahash, which is 5 contracts of $35.80. which is $179 US. If you want to go and buy, you've got the choice of an e-wallet, which if you put transfer some bank wire money into your account, goes into your e-wallet and sits there. We can do a 1 single off bank wire and pay the bank wire fee. You can do a credit card, which is 5%. We can pay by Bitcoin from your Bitcoin wallet somewhere in the world, which is 1.7%. They are available now, which is incredible. So just join as a free customer and buy some contracts or gold and silver, and then learn about the business as you're going along. Because in 2 days' time, if you're buying Bitcoin contracts, they'll be paying out every day. Ethereum will go live in 2 months. Zcash will 2 months, and Monero straight away. So fantastic opportunity. We also have Bitcoin Cash coming up, I believe, in a couple of months. Not quite sure exactly when that'll happen, but that's through the requests of not only Genesis customers, that's why they're doing it, but people in Swiss Gold Global have had an interest in Bitcoin Cash as well. So they'll go live, those contracts, in about 3 months. Not quite sure exact date. But that's it, folks. No other questions. Bill coming on is just absolutely brilliant. Check your emails if you're not getting them. As Bill said, a very, very short email to support saying not getting the notification emails regarding the Hangouts and the webinars. Please check just so that you're up to date with everything that's going on, because there's lots going on. It's all very, very exciting. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you next week. Have a fantastic week. Roll on the 28th, and we all get a little bit happier than we are now. See you soon. Bye-bye.